Hello beautiful souls, my name is Nicole and I am here to share messages with you, things that I have learnt on my journey of health and wellness. So today is a topic that I'm sure a lot of people struggle with, and it's just something that has been coming up a lot in conversation, and I felt the need to share a bit of my experience and some of the things that I've learned about it. So I hope that this helps you on your journey. Yeah, please excuse if I do sound a little bit congested. I've just had COVID, so yeah, I do sound a little bit funny still. But anyway, so today I wanted to talk about lifestyle. So where to begin when you want to kind of change to a healthier lifestyle, what are some of the things involved, yeah, and also just chatting about social media and all the influence that has on ideas that we form about our life and how we want our bodies to look, and how we're supposed to be eating and how we're supposed to be exercising, all of those kinds of things, like how it influences our perception of how we think we're supposed to be. So for me personally, when I started my health journey, it was probably in 2020, I can't quite remember exactly when, but I was dealing with a lot of stomach issues, a lot of irritable bowel syndrome. It was something new that I had been experiencing, and I had gone to various doctors who weren't able to help me. Like a lot of people have had the same experience, and eventually I ended up going to a homeopath. I had never been to a homeopath, and the natural medicines that he gave me just was incredible. It took my IBS away. It really helped heal my body and just restore its natural health. So yeah, that was an incredible experience, and along with the natural medicine that I was taking from the homeopath, I also started to do some research about food and exercise. Before this, I had never exercised in my life. I had always tried, but I was quite anemic in the past, and it was quite a struggle to actually be able to exercise because you feel very fatigued and exhausted, and it's just like your body can't function. So I was never able to exercise before this, and yeah, I was fortunate enough to start training with a personal trainer. She was incredible, really taught me so much about my body and what I was capable of. So I started to gain a little bit of confidence in myself because I could see I was able to do hard things and push myself, and I was gaining a lot of strength and confidence. So I was going through that, and at the same time I was just doing a lot of research on food and IBS and how different types of foods affect your gut. And of course I learned all about serotonin and dopamine and your gut, and how it's all produced in your gut, and the food that you eat becomes you, and all of those wonderful things. A whole nother topic to discuss. But yeah, I learned that at the end of the day you can absorb as much information as you want, and you can look at as many influences on Instagram or any other social media as you want, but at the end of the day they aren't you, and what might work for them might not work for you. And that's something I really had to realize and accept, because I was following a few people whose lives just looked spectacular. They had everything that I wanted, the beautiful body, the excellent health, all the energy, you know, they just looked and felt amazing. And yeah, I mean, I did experience that, definitely, and I'm very grateful for that, because now I know how I can feel, and if I just keep, you know, being consistent at it, that I can get there again. And the thing is, like, everyone goes on about consistency, but it's not always so easy, you know. Like, there's a lot of people who have busy lives, and it's not always as simple as that, you know, just being consistent, waking up every day at the same time, having this incredible routine where you're getting up at 5 o'clock and you're meditating and you're doing yoga and you're doing workouts and having an amazing breakfast. You know, the reality is it's not always going to be like that. And I think as soon as we start to realize that, I think it'll just become a lot more easy, and we can take some pressure off of ourselves, because I think I was putting a lot of pressure on myself all the time, because I had this idea in my head of how my life was meant to be and the type of lifestyle I had to live, and it's just unrealistic, and you just put so much pressure on yourself unnecessarily, and you actually just feel more stressed than what you need to, you know. Like, I just remember feeling so overwhelmed and so stressed, but I was doing everything to, you know, do the opposite, to feel good. Like, I was exercising every day, I was eating healthy food every day, I was trying to exercise my mind by learning new things every day. But at the end of the day, you can do all of those things, but if you are putting too much pressure, you know, you're pushing yourself too hard, you're not listening to your body, then you're not going to get to where you want to be. So yeah, I've learned that listening to your body, even if it's saying I don't want to work out, just, you know, I need to chill, then honoring that and just listening is really powerful. Yeah, having COVID now, it's been quite an adjustment for me. You know, I'm used to moving my body whenever I feel like, eating healthy foods, eating the same kinds of food, but just getting sick has really shown me that when I actually ask the question of what do I need, you know, then the answers come very easily, because I'm not putting all that stress and pressure on myself because I'm sick. So I know, okay, I can't exercise as much as I want to. Well, not at all. When you're sick, I don't recommend it. So I wasn't exercising at all for about a week and a half. And before that, I also wasn't exercising for another reason. That is another video. But yeah, I did a detox, and my body was just a little bit run down, obviously, because it was using all of its energy to detoxify and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I've kind of taken a break from exercising, and I really do feel like I needed it. My body definitely needed a break. And I'm very grateful for it, because it's given me the opportunity to reflect and not have this pressure waking up every day of, oh, I need to work out. When am I going to work out? What workout am I going to do? You know, like, when am I going to eat? What am I going to eat? It's just, we create these scenarios that are so stressful, and it's unnecessary. We don't need to go through that experience. You know, exercise is supposed to be fun. Food, you know, making your own meals, it's supposed to be fun and enjoyable, and not like a chore or this thing that's like haunting you, you know. So yeah, I think what I was trying to get to was that creating a lifestyle that is sustainable and makes you feel good and happy takes time. It's not something that comes overnight, and that's something I had to accept, because it takes time to learn yourself and to get to know what works for you and what doesn't work for you. You know, we can't all be the same, because then life would be extremely boring and we would all look the same and behave the same and say the same things. There would be no point to it. So I think just coming to accept that you are unique and different to everybody, and you can't try and fit yourself in this little box that everyone else is trying to fit into, you know. Just because this influencer gets up at 5 in the morning, does yoga and meditation, and, you know, drinks the same smoothie every day, it might work for her, but it's not necessarily going to work for you. So I think trying to understand your body and what you need is the most important thing. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that and say that it does take time. For me, it's taken years, a couple of years. I'm still learning new things all the time, and I think it is always going to be a learning process. You know, your preferences change, how you feel changes, you know. Things that might have brought you joy 5 years ago, activities that you used to do, aren't bringing you the same kind of joy anymore. And that's okay. It's completely normal, it's natural. You know, the only thing that's guaranteed in life is change. So, you know, situations in the world changes, you change, your friends change, your family change, you know, your jobs change. Everything is always changing. So, you know, as much as I think having a routine has its place, I also think that you know, trying to experiment and ask yourself what works for me, what do I enjoy. It's a really important question to ask, you know, and eventually you will find the way to your health. You know, it takes refinement. It's like a sculpture that you have to keep chiseling away at until it's perfect and you're happy with it, you know. So yeah, I mean, the best thing to do that I have found works so well is actually sitting down with yourself and just being honest, having an honest conversation and asking yourself, what is it that I need today? Do I need to go for a walk? Do I need to rest? Do I need to watch a movie? Do I need a nice healthy meal? Do I need a fast? You know, it's always going to be different. No day is the same. You know, what you did yesterday might not be what you need today. So honestly, just sit down and ask yourself that question. Ask your body that question. Your body is so intelligent, and it's always there trying to communicate with you. And the more you trust your body's communication, the easier it is to hear what you need, you know. Our minds are so congested with thoughts and ideas and information that we've absorbed. You know, we're so overstimulated by social media and advertisements and information that we see all the time. You know, we don't actually empty our minds enough. And the thing is, it's really hard to kind of hear what's going on inside here when you have all this noise and chatter and information just like going around. So that's why it's important to listen to your body, because your body's not going to lie to you. It's not going to give you all these false perceptions that you've accumulated. So your body is an intelligent being. It wants to help you. It wants you to feel good and healthy and be happy. So yeah, just take some time every day to ask yourself, what is it that I need? How can I achieve that? You know, is there something that's maybe harming me? Is there like a habit I'm doing that's not good for me? Are there any behaviors that aren't good for me? Maybe you are speaking negative words over your life, or you being judgmental, or whatever it may be. You know, just asking yourself, is there anything that's not serving me? Are there any actions that I'm playing into that aren't serving me, you know, that aren't for my highest good? And yeah, just also having a conversation with yourself about where it is that you want to be. You know, it's very helpful to know what you don't want, but it's also helpful to know what you do want. So, you know, using both of those and trying to find the path of what kind of life is going to make you happy and be sustainable and easy for you to continue with. You know, it's a lifestyle. It's not a fad diet or a quick fix. It's something that needs to work for you, and it needs to be able to continue over a long period of time. So yeah, sitting down and asking yourself, where do I want to be in 2 years' time? Where do I want to be at the end of the year? Where do I want to be in 6 months' time? Like, just asking those realistic questions, and then asking yourself, okay, what kind of things am I doing that isn't getting me where I want to be, that isn't contributing to my life in a positive way? And that's all you need to do. You just need to ask yourself those questions and then let it go, because the answers will come to you in the most amazing ways. You know, you just need to ask the question. You just have to have that intention and desire to want to change, and things will slowly start coming up for you. You'll start noticing things, you'll start noticing patterns, you'll start noticing people in your life who are maybe influencing you negatively, and then you have the choice to choose what life you want. You know, it's going to become so clear for you, and it'll really be like two options for you to look at and to decide. Do I want to continue living the way I was living and feeling miserable, or however you were feeling, or do I want to let that go and move forward and embrace change and embrace the unknown? And yes, it can be scary, it's definitely not easy, but the thing is, the only way we're going to grow and learn and experience new things is in the unknown. You know, that's the one thing that's certain. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and as much as you want to sit there and try and manifest this magical life for yourself, things do happen, you know, that are beyond your control. But like, just trying to ground yourself within your body and within your own energy, and just trying to figure out where it is where you want to go, it really helps the process. It helps you to be guided towards where you want to go. You won't feel as lost. You don't have complete control over everything that happens in life, but you will just feel a lot more grounded and like you have some kind of direction. So the universe is always there to listen and answer whatever you want from it, if it's meant for you. But if we don't ask, then we won't receive. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share today with you. I hope that it's helped somebody out there. You know, just take some time, ask yourself what you need, and just be patient. Yeah, it does take time. You know, it's things that have to be built up. You aren't just going to magically absorb this life that you want in 2 seconds. It takes time, and it also takes time to unlearn things that aren't serving you, things that aren't contributing positively in your life. It takes time to recognize, become aware of it, and to let it go. It's a slow process, you know. Remember that those things have been with you for a long time, and you need to be gentle and kind towards yourself and to those habits or feelings. You know, you need to just hold space for them and accept and understand that they were there to serve a purpose, but you know, to accept and understand that now it's time to let it go, and just be patient, because it does take time to let it go, and it also takes time to learn new things. And in between, it might feel a little bit strange because you're going into the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. It is scary. It's like going through this dark tunnel and leaving behind everything that you've known your whole life. It does take time, and you need to just learn to be patient with yourself. I know it's not easy, something I'm also trying to establish, but trust me, it's worth it. At the end of the day, working on yourself, investing in yourself, it's honestly the best thing you can do. And soon you're going to be looking back and being so grateful that you did do the work and that you were willing to make these changes and be patient with yourself, you know. So I hope this helped. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon.